Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with two hair oils that I purchased. I have been trying to find a hair oil that's a dupe for the original one and only oil from Sally's, which is a hair product that I've been using for a really long time, and they recently switched the formulas, and I believe the biggest difference that I noticed was they took out the cyclopentaloxane in it, and it still says original formula on the new reformulated bottle because I did try to buy saying the original off of the website. Anyway, it's been a whole thing. I've tried several oils just to keep you up to speed if you haven't been watching. So I got two more to try because again, I'm on the hunt to try to find a dupe for the original one and only argan oil from Sally's. Okay, so I got this certified natural argan oil from Morocco. Cream of Nature appears to be the brand. It says new look on here. Heat protector, smooth and shine polisher. But it's got the cyclopentaloxane and the dimethicone are like the top ingredients along with argan oil. So I thought I would give this one a try, and this is what it looks like. It's got a tint of yellow to it, and it smells really good. I was surprised that both of the oils that I'm going to show you have a very familiar kind of scent. The other one really reminds me of the Sebastian Dark Oil, which is pretty expensive for the amount of product that you're getting. Both of these, I want to say, were like $8, so super affordable. This one's a 4 fluid ounce bottle, and it says no petrolatum, mineral oil, or drying alcohol in here. And I liked this one. I use it in conjunction with the Gisou leave-in hair treatment, but this one didn't quite tame my frizz like what I've been comparing every oil I've been trying to the original one and only argan oil. So I'll toy around with it a little bit more, but this one didn't cut it. Now, the other one that I got, again, like $8, is from Heritage, and it's the Smooth It Over with Argan Oil Elixir. It says non-greasy oil that repairs, strengthens, and adds shine. Phthalate-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, mineral oil-free, color-safe, cruelty-free, vegan, 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. And it smells really good, but it doesn't linger. I don't really care for a hair product that's that strong hair fragrance in a product, you know. I'm more of a perfume person. I want to smell my perfume, but this smells really good. Again, there's something in it that kind of reminds me of the Sebastian Dark Oil, the smell from that one, because that also smells really good. But I just washed my hair last night, so it's looking a little shiny. And when I film in front of these lights, especially with clean hair, my hair does look extra shiny through a camera lens, a little bit more so than it actually does in real life. But I washed it last night, again, Gisou leave-in conditioner, and then I put this over the top of it, and it was perfect. The first time I used this, I used too much of it because I went in thinking that it was going to be just like the other oils where I needed a lot, and I didn't need as much as I originally anticipated. And this has been the closest thing that I have found to the original Sally's one and only argan oil, and I really like it. And it's available at Walmart. Again, it was like $8, so very affordable, and I'm very, very excited about it. My hair is fine, thick, and naturally wavy, so it's like the kind that's very prone to frizz, and because I have a lot of it, frizzy, it can get really big in an unflattering way. So the fact that I found an oil that's kind of doing it for me now, I'm very excited about. And my hair is actually still a little damp, even though I washed it last night. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how long my hair takes to dry. And then I saw this new brow product from Maybelline. It's the Tattoo Studio Brow Styling Gel. I got the shade 257 medium brown, and it says life proof formula, which I'm not exactly sure what a life-proof formula is supposed to be, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be like waterproof because it also says 36 hours on here. 0.2 ounces of product inside of here, and this one is made in the USA. So let me tell you where the hair oil is made. Heritage is made in the USA, and the Cream of Nature is also made in the USA with US and non-US components, is what it says on the bottle. So here's the outside kind of packaging for the product, and then here is the actual product. And I was kind of excited about this, thinking it was going to be like a product that coats the hairs individually and holds them up really well while also lasting with that hold throughout the day. That was kind of the mentality that I had going into purchasing this, but it's just not doing it for me. I was not that happy with the way that it looked. It's got a nice little bristle to it, but I think the biggest thing that I didn't like about this product, it wore like long throughout the day, but it made my brows look kind of powdery instead of like individualizing the hairs, and I think that's because it really wanted to grip onto my skin as opposed to grabbing onto the hairs like a brow soap would kind of do, which is what I've got in my brows today. I love the e.l.f. brow soap. Today I just put it in clear and then used the NYX pen in ash brown, and that's what I've got in my brows today. But this one here, it just kind of gives like this soft powdery look to the brows. Again, I think it's because it wants to stick and grab to the skin, and it's got a really like, feels like a silicone-y style formula. That's what it is. It's isododecane. It's that slip feeling from that ingredient that this has, and it's just not my favorite. Like I wouldn't compare it anything to like a brow wax or a brow soap, you know? So unfortunately, this one just didn't work out for how I kind of like to do my brows at the moment. And that, again, there is the color, which it's a pretty nice color, but again, it's kind of a formulation thing. And then I purchased Shroud Cosmetics' latest launch, which is called the Peaches and Dreams eyeshadow palette. This guy here, it says 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and it says made in the USA on the box, 0.05 ounces of product times 10 shades, so you're getting a nice amount of product in here. This is the box packaging, and then the actual packaging is a cardboard with a magnetic closure, and it's got a really cute print on it as well. And then you do have a mirror in there as well, and there are 5 really beautiful sparkly multi-dimensional shades, which are these guys. It kind of tears like that, and then 5 matte shades, which are these ones right here. And I wasn't sure if I could get like a standalone look out of this palette, but I can. I can use this sun shower shade underneath the brow and on the inner portion, and then these shiny shades all look really beautiful on the lid. And then these 2 shades, most in particular, I can put in the crease. And I do wish for something a little bit deeper, but it looks kind of cool in combination with the other shades that are in the palette. So I have done a few looks with just this palette, but I've also incorporated it with other palettes as well, and I've gotten some really pretty looks out of it. I was so tempted to wear this palette today, but I went with another one that I'm going to show you. I do love that Shroud has got these magnetized as well, so you can pull them out. So if I wanted to grab a different shade because it's kind of a standard pan size, I can swap it out and make it like a standalone if I wanted to keep it in this one palette or a magnetic one, you know. Those shiny shades have got the most beautiful like glistening sparkle to them. I get along with the Shroud formula very well. Like, just super pretty. And then these next guys, this color is beautiful. But so is this one. I like to try to force myself to keep a palette inclusive, because I find that I come up with some very unique but very pretty looks when I do that, you know. Some of them I just know that I need like a lighter shade, but this one's got quite a few lighter shades, so I was able to make kind of that blue and that deep purple work for me in the crease. And then these last 2. Like, super happy that I picked this up. I've been wearing this palette and a palette that I'm going to show you in a minute all week, and loving the looks that come out of them. So that is the new Peaches and Dreams eyeshadow palette from Shroud Cosmetics right there. And you guys, I am slacking because that is everything that I got in that I purchased this week. I've got a bucket full on Ulta. There was a couple items that I wanted to add before I placed my order, and then there's some things that I really want to get on Sephora as well. So I'm like almost out of my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist. I've got like that much. I'm like, Tara, if you don't make it a point to remember to place an order, you're not going to have your face mist. But I did get in some really lovely PR packages. This first one is from Cosmetica. They're launching a new 9-pan eyeshadow palette as well as a new fragrance. So they sent me over their new Fighter eyeshadow palette, and this is launching on July 20th at 9 Pacific Standard Time, and the full reveal was yesterday, which was Friday. And this is actually the palette that I've got on my eyes today, and I'll get a little bit more in depth with the other shades that I have as well on there. Cosmetica eyeshadow palettes are another brand that I get along with very, very well. They've got those very beautiful, almost translucent, super sparkly kind of multi-dimensional shades. And more recently on this palette and also their last palette, they've also made their shades magnetized so you can swap them out. And I believe these pans are the same size as the Shroud, so I could like interchange between the two brands. I think that it was the Fighter and the last one called Rogue that are magnetized. The first three didn't, but since those ones came out and they've restocked, they may have also changed those to being magnetized. I'm not sure. But they're also selling these as singles as well. So you've got single mattes, single multi-dimensional shimmers, and then there's a single multi-chrome shadow in here as well. So again, this is primarily what I've got on my eyes. This is the sleeve that mimics the actual packaging that comes on here. There's a total of 9 shades that are 0.05 ounces, and this is made in China, and it also says not tested on animals on the back right there as well. And then here is the actual packaging. It's a cardboard, again with a magnetic closure. And then you've got 5 really beautiful sparkly shades and 4 matte shades. So these 2 are matte, and then these 2 over here are matte. And again, this is the palette that I've got on my eyes. I actually used this shade right here, Might, in the crease, a little bit of Partial, blended it out with Valor, and then I went in with a matte brow bone shade. This one here is all mid-tone or deeper, so I do want to bring in something a little bit lighter for highlighting, for how I like to do my eyeshadow. So I use the highlight that I've got on my cheeks on the inner portion, as well as this glory shade right here, and that's what I've got on my eyes, and it turns out really pretty. I've really enjoyed using every shade in this eyeshadow palette, so let's go ahead and give you guys some swatches. The highlight that I've got on my cheeks that I also put on my eyes with the look is the Noctilucent palette by Blend Bunny, which is one of my favorites. But again, another one of these super beautiful, sparkly, multi-dimensional like shimmer palettes. So that's what I've got on my lid today. And you can see there it's like multi-dimensional, but it's got like this, a little bit of translucency to it, which just makes it glimmer in the light like very, very pretty. And then these next ones. And then this last shade here. Very, very pretty color story. Cosmetica is one of those brands that I get excited about with their new launch as well. I just seen on Instagram that Nomad is planning a launch soon too, so I'm really excited about that. But this guy here again is the Cosmetica Fighter palette, and it comes out on the 20th at 9 Pacific Standard Time. It's just really pretty. I love this matte mustard to blend out any of those deeper shades. In addition to that palette, they're launching a new fragrance as well, and it says the Fighter perfume is a dark chocolate marshmallow and almond scent with floral accents. The fragrance is made in Redmond, Washington, and the bottles are hand painted. So she asked me which kind of tier that I wanted, and just reading kind of the notes, I thought that I needed the largest bottle, which was a 30 milliliter alcohol based bottle. Just dark chocolate marshmallow, those are like my jam, right? I love a gourmand. So that's the bottle that I got. It's a glass, and again, these are hand painted, so they've got like this kind of drip factor to them. And this guy here, you can definitely smell the chocolate and the marshmallow and a bit of that almond, but there's something with that twist of floral that gives me almost like an incense vibe. And I like incense, but I don't particularly like incense mixed with gourmand, if that makes sense. And it's not that I don't like the smell of the fragrance, it's that they'll tend to get me lightheaded, and I don't like can feel a little like stomach sick a bit from that sweet and that rich of a fragrance between like that incense and all of that gourmand, you know. So it does smell nice, but I'm kicking myself. I was like, oh, I feel bad because I should have asked her for the smaller one because it's just not jiving with me. And again, not because of the particular fragrance, but because that strong of one can make me feel a little unwell. But I did want to mention it, and I also want to thank Fantasy Cosmetica for sending me over their latest launches. Again, they're coming out on the 20th. And then one of my favorite affordable drugstore brands, Essence, sent me over their new eyeliners. So there's this really cute little pouch and a coloring book in here with some mini coloring pencils, which I'm a colorer. I really do like to color, but I never have the time to color. But when I was like, I think 6, I won a coloring contest at a tractor dealership, and I won a savings bond for like, I think back then it was like $40. So there was this coloring book and these mini color pencils in there, which I thought was cute. And then also this bag that the pencils came in as well. And these here, they're called the Stay and Play Gel Liners. They're 0.04 ounces per pencil. And these guys here are made in France. So I've got 8 shades of these, and they feel very, very creamy when you swatch them. When they set down pretty good, but I do get just a tiny bit of migration, like residual color on my inner corner. So it's something that I kind of got to clean out. But for the most part, the glide and the pigmentation and the longevity on the skin is pretty nice. So let me go ahead and give you guys some swatches, and then I'm going to kind of let them set up on my hand, and then I'm going to go over and swipe them so you can kind of see that longevity after they set. So there are 2 lighter shades. This first one is Ice Ice Baby, and it's a shimmering white shade. So that one is Ice Ice Baby. And then there's a nude that'll look kind of pretty if you like that nude waterline. And this is the shade Silky Nude number 3 right here. It's like one of those nice brightening flesh tone colors. And that's a matte color. And then you've got this really pretty Emerald Dragon number 7, which you guys know I love the greens and the blues on the waterline. And I think that the next time that I try one of these, I'm going to wipe my waterline off really well and see if that won't help with the bit of migration. It's not terrible, like it doesn't like dissipate quickly and it's all in my inner corner. There's just some residual when I use them. The number 6 Midnight Sky is this really pretty teal shimmer. You can see just by swatching them how like creamy they are and how nice they glide on. And then we've got the Very Berry number 5. And it's like a beautiful eggplant purple. So that one right there is Very Berry. And then there's a deep gray, which is called Stardust Love. It's a gray shimmer. So this one is Stardust Love right there. And then we've got number 2, But First Espresso, which is a deep matte brown. And then the black eyeliner, which is Black Raven number 1 right here. Like nice and creamy, really, really pigmented. So I'm going to kind of let them set up and talk about some other products, and then I'll go over and let you guys see the swipe on those. And then Alpyn Beauty wanted to send over their Wild Huckleberry Radiance Recovery Peel, and it says on the leaflet that they're giving back 1% for the planet, which I really like. So this is kind of an indie-based skincare brand made in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which I think I talked about that when I hauled the original products, which is one of the coolest places. If you ever get the chance to go to Jackson, Wyoming, it's worth it. I got their cleanser, and I got the Wild Huckleberry 8 Acid Polishing Peel, which is this guy right here. And then the cleanser, I've got like this much left of it, and I'm probably going to order another one of those when I'm finishing up some cleansers, because I really, really like the cleanser. They smell nice, they're gentle, but they're effective at the same time. And I've got sensitive skin, so it just kind of works well with me. I love an acid, but I've been known to burn myself a time or 2 with acids. So these are like gentle again, but effective. And I love this product. I think, let's see, I'll show you guys what it looks like inside. and they smell so good. So this one has got little bits in it, and what I do is when I'm in the shower, like probably once a week, I'll tap my face dry with that guy, and then I'll put a really thin layer of that on my skin, and you just leave it on for like 5 minutes, so I'll do something else in the shower, and then I take my damp hands and I work that all over the skin, and those little beads do a nice job of gently exfoliating your skin, and it just feels, it doesn't feel stripped or dry, it feels like nourished but exfoliated at the same time. So since I like that one so much, I was excited when they asked to send over their Wild Huckleberry Radiance Recovery Peel. So this one's a bit different. It says, this one you apply a thin layer to clean dry skin, avoid the eye area, leave on for 5 minutes and rinse thoroughly. So it's an 8 acid complex, actively exfoliates bisabolol, helps reduce redness, I got that problem, and colloidal oatmeal moisturizes and soothes. So 1.7 fluid ounce jar here as well. This one's kind of got a little bit of a purple hue to it, and this one doesn't have the little bits in it. And I haven't tried this one just yet. Ooh. It smells very similar to the other one, but it doesn't have those little exfoliators in it, so I'm thinking that it may be just a dash stronger than the other one. But yeah, I've had really, really good luck with the products from Alpyn Beauty. This is the brand right there. Like, I wouldn't mind trying everything in their line. And the fact that they smell like, not like a fragrance fruit, but like a real like wild berry is very appealing. So I really like that about that as well. So huge thank you to Alpyn Beauty for sending me over their Wild Huckleberry Radiance Recovery Peel right there. I also got a package from Glow Recipe, which also makes some of my favorite skincare products. I've recently been really using their BHA PHA toner, kind of switching around with the Pixi Glow Tonic. Again, my skin is acting like the toner I'd been using was a little bit strong. I am up to a 0.1%. I think it's a 0.1% tretinoin though as well. So I kind of went back to a little bit more gentle toner, and I've been really loving the Glow Recipe one, which I've actually been through several of those over the years. So anyway, I love Glow Recipe as well. And from what I can tell on social media, it's all about the new Barbie movie that's coming out. So Glow Recipe collabed with Barbie, and there's a silk scrunchie in the box, which is super cute. And then there's this Watermelon Glow Hydration Kit. So it comes with step 1, which is the Serum Brighten and Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops, which is a product I've also been through several and I really enjoy. And then the step 2 moisturizer, which is the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. So this is the card right here, and it says Glow Like Barbie on there. And the moisturizer, for me, how I like to use it, because I do have dry skin, and I like a heavy cream, I like to use moisturizers like the Pink Juice, which is like this gel consistency, almost like a serum, and then I top it with something thicker, and I just feel like the thinner ones really sink into the skin, and the thicker ones like make sure it stays in there with that hydration. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is the little tin they sent over. It's like super, super cute. And these are smaller travel sizes as well. So I'll open up this tin. It's like such a cute little tin. Like, I'll probably put like hair ties or something inside of this when I pull the products out. So that's fun. There's a ton of brands doing collabs with Barbie. I think I bought a two NYX products a video or two ago as well. But a huge thank you to Glow Recipe for sending me over this. I'm again a big fan of the brand. And then lastly, Pixi sent me over a skincare product, and this is their Skin Treats Vitamin C Capsule Care Brightening Face Serum. So this is the box, and there's the product. And I do have to be careful with vitamin C. One of the few that I can really get along with is actually the Glow Recipe Vitamin C. I love that one. And I haven't tried this one just yet, but they come in individual ampules. So vitamin C is a pretty unstable ingredient. So having these individualized in these little capsules will ensure that the efficacy still kind of maintains itself in that little small capsule, as opposed to a jar or a pump that lets air in, if that makes any sense. So again, I haven't tried these just yet, but I'm intrigued. It says wakes up dull skin, brightens and evens out skin tone while providing potent antioxidant effect to boost the effectiveness of your daily skincare routine. Simply apply to skin after using toner or mix into your daily moisturizer. Biodegradable vegan capsules maintain optimum stability and freshness of serum. So yeah, the freshness aspect. So I'm excited to give these a try because they are individualized, but at the same time I'm slightly apprehensive because vitamin C can have some strange reactions on my skin sometimes. Again, I get along with that Glow Recipe one really, really well. I've gone through several bottles of that one with no irritation, but vitamin C is really good for your skin. So it's just about finding one that works for you, I guess. So that, I believe, is a new product from Pixi, and a huge thank you to them for sending that over. Again, those are their Vitamin C Capsule Care Brightening Face Serum Capsules, and there's 30 in the bottle, and these guys here are made in Italy. And now let's go ahead and kind of do a smudge of these liners. So you can kind of see that they want to grip, but there's a little bit of, I don't want to say like bleeding because it only like smudges a bit when I'm putting a lot of pressure on there. So you can see that's where I get that little bit migrating into the inner corner of my eyes. They last better on dry skin, like upper lash line or something like that, than they do for the waterline on me. Granted, I do have those impossible to keep on watery, teary waterline eyes, so at least you can kind of see there. What was that, in the span of maybe 10 minutes or so of setting? And as always, a huge thank you to Essence for sending those over as well. I look at these and kind of the formulation of them, and I feel like this formula would make a wicked lip liner pencil. And that is everything that I have for my haul today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.